Hey guys, it's Emma. Today I thought it would be fun to give you a little tour of my house. A couple things before we begin. So my house actually was featured in our second book, A Beautiful Mess, Happy Handmade Home. So you can see it there, and some of you have maybe already seen it. A few things have changed, so I thought it would still be fun to do a tour. But if you see anything and you're like, oh, I want to know more about that, a lot of it's in the book. Also, some of my rooms have been on the blog, so if you see like a piece of artwork or a rug and you're like, I wonder where that's from, then you can check the blog and see the room tours and check the bottom and there's credits, and hopefully you can find what you're looking for. Okay, so the first room, this is my living room. Da, 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 da. So I thought I'll just show you some of my favorite things in each room, or like some DIYs that have been on the blog. So this room, my favorite thing is the bookcase. It's so big, I love it. And one thing I love about it is the shelves are adjustable, so you can make them taller or shorter. So we were able to fit our TV into the bookshelf. And I love that because sometimes I feel like living rooms, the focal point becomes the TV. And I like that, you know, obviously we watch TV. Game of Thrones is about to start back up, got it on my TV. But I don't necessarily want it to be the whole focal point of my living room, so you get to kind of enjoy this bookshelf. I recently put the books in color coordinating, so which is sort of silly. It's actually really hard to find books now. I keep standing over here and like looking for a certain cookbook or whatever, and Trey's like, can't find it, don't remember what color it is. I know, but I just like how the colors look. A DIY over here that you can see is these quote bookends. Those were a pretty recent DIY that's on the site, and I'm still really loving them. They're kind of fun. Another fun thing is over here on this wall, I have a fireplace, and we made this tiny little gallery wall. It's not that small, but it's smaller than this other one I'm about to show you. And it has some pictures of me and Trey, and just some kind of like graphic elements that I added, so that was fun, and a new addition to the room. Over on this side, you can see my big gallery wall. Now that one seems tiny, right? So this one has lots of different artwork in it. Some of it's kind of personal, like that sunflower one is something I made when I was a child, and my mom framed it and gave it to me for Christmas. This big one is actually my mother, and she painted it of herself. I think she was in college or just out of college. She's a pretty talented painter. And some DIYs over here is this coffee table, which Trey and I built, and it's on the site, so you can check that out if you like it. And recently we made this little side table, and it's not a project on the blog, it was just something really simple that we made because I like to keep all my magazines. So yeah, that's my living room. Some funny things. One, you can see this child gate over here. Oh, how fancy. That's what we use to keep our dogs out of the bedrooms when we're gone, because they have a dog door so they can stay in this area. And also this nice little doggy bed over here. Very fancy. But our dogs like it, so it's pretty much always out. So we come over to this side of the room. You can see these side tables that were on the site. And I'll show you this little area. This is our back door. You can see our dog door. It's orange, it goes into our backyard. One thing I love over here is this coffee cart. I use that a lot, as you can probably guess. This artwork with the spoon and fork was on the site some time ago, like 2 years ago, I think. And that little pug guy, that's something that Katie Shelton made me, Skunk Boy, and I just love it. I love that its tongue's sticking out. Okay, new room. This is my dining room. It's smaller, maybe some people would call it a breakfast nook, I don't know. One thing I love in here is this table. Trey and I made this. It's just wood, and then it has pipe legs. One thing I love about it is before we had this one, we had a table that sat 4 people, and a lot of times we would have 2 couples over or a few people, and we didn't all fit at the table, and it was a bummer. We'd end up sitting on the couch with our plates trying to not spill. So we were like, okay, well, this space is never gonna have like an 8-seater, it's just not big enough, but we made this table a certain shape so that we would be able to seat 6 people, and that's been pretty good. Another fun thing in here is this pegboard. My dad and I hung this up a few years ago, and I like the look of it, but also my kitchen is pretty full. I have a lot of kitchen gadgets, maybe too many, some would say. but I use them all, so I figure, hey. But this pegboard helps me have more space. So I have it. It used to be black. I recently painted it white, and then I have these little vintage letters up top that say potluck, just for fun. And then this is my kitchen. I love my kitchen. I'm in here a lot. So one fun thing you probably note right away is my shelves are painted kind of funny, and I really like them. They're half white, half black, and they have this kind of stenciled, well, it was literally stenciled look to it. And then on the inside, I'll open this one, you can see it. It's really organized, just kidding. But the shelves are green, so it has that fun pop anytime you open one of the drawers. There's also a stainless steel countertop, and that is not a DIY. I had that put in sometime after I moved. I had to save up for it, and I love it. It's one of my favorite things because you can cut right on it and you can clean it really easily, so I love the stainless steel. That's about it for the kitchen. This is our guest bedroom. This is the last room in the house that I actually finished. So it still feels really like fresh to me because it's kind of new, but it's not new, but it's kind of new. Anyway, some of my favorite things in this room. So one big piece of the room is this headboard, the sleepover headboard. You can't see it right now, but it lights up. These little holes have Christmas lights in it, and this was a DIY that we shared on the blog 2 or 3 years ago, quite a while. We built it with our dad. And it's really cute. Sometimes I try to remember, I'll light it up before a guest comes. So when they come in, it's like, ah, but then no one ever leaves it on, usually beyond that. So it's gonna last a long time for that reason, probably. We actually had guests this past weekend and I didn't turn the light on, but that's okay. Another fun thing is this little corner shelf. This isn't something we shared on the site. It's because it's really simple. You can immediately tell how it was made. But it's something that I put in, and I just basically wanted to not take up too much space because when guests come over, they usually have suitcases. So I was trying to keep it kind of sparse in here. But I also wanted to put these branches in here because I just think they're cool. So I built a shelf that could accommodate them. So that's that area. Magazines, I try to change those out. And then over here on this wall, a couple of fun things. This is probably my favorite feature in the room. It's these little globe guys, and they have lights. Let's see if I turn one on for you, just to show you for kicks. You turn them on like that, so they're fake, but so they're safe. But you can turn them all on. And they're really cute. I'll turn them off because I'll forget. Another cute thing is this giant poster. This is just a picture I took of Trey when we were in Costa Rica, and I used the Beautiful Mess Actions to do this kind of double exposure look. And then I printed it at Kinko's. It's just called a blueprint print. Actually, I guess it's FedEx now. They're not Kinko's anymore. And then this trunk is something that Trey already owned before we got together, and we kind of gave it a little makeover together. So it's sort of the first DIY type project we ever did together as a team, and so I really like it. We'll probably keep it forever. It's pretty cute, and we store like extra blankets and stuff in there. That's pretty much it. That's the guest bedroom. This is our home office. I call it our home office. We don't usually work in here. It's kind of more of a music room, craft room, sometimes workout room, just anything that's not the guest bedroom or our bedroom pretty much happens in here. So I call it a home office. Okay, so I'll show you the different areas. Over here is where Trey does all of his music. He plays guitar and sings. And currently, I don't think he really has a band project, but he's wanting to start one up. And he's really talented, so I hope he does. But I'm really biased too, of course. He also sings with our friends. They're in a band called Mixtapes, and he sings with them. It's a 90s cover band, and they're awesome. And I love watching them, and I love watching him do that. So that's his music area. Over here is more of the desk area, and this is a standing desk that we built and shared on the site, and I love it. I'm really glad that we did that. It just makes the room still feel pretty big, but you have plenty of space to do things, or just clutter it up like we do. So just put a bunch of stuff in here. Some prints up here, and that's really fun. My favorite piece is this one. My mom painted it for me. I told her I wanted something black and white, and she made that. I think I'm just showing off my mom's work a lot. Well, what can I say? I like it. Okay, over on this side of the room, this might be one of my favorite features in the room. Did I already say a favorite feature? I don't know. I really like this one though. It's our macrame curtain, and it kind of hides clutter, but you also can see things, which is good because I'll sometimes forget what I put up there. So I like having that, and it also kind of adds a texture to this side of the room, but it's still neutral because it's white. So I just really like it. Blah, blah, blah. I love it. Keep talking about it. Over here is my sewing crafting area. So lately I've been getting a lot more into sewing, so I've been using it for making like headbands. Mostly, I'm still new, so you know, not too advanced projects. But my next one, I got this dress that has a broken zipper at a secondhand, and it's a really cute dress. So I'm gonna replace the zipper, and that's one of my next projects. And then I just have storage for different things. And this is an old dress that Elsie designed from the Red Velvet line back when we had it. A couple funny things in this room. I left this bench out. I was gonna put it up, and then I was like, no, I'll just let them see. We work out in this room, so there's this weird bench in the middle. We also have free weights all around the room, and a lot of times we'll forget, and Trey or I, mostly Trey, will leave a weight, and we'll walk in here and you can't see it because of this carpet, or this rug. So we'll end up like subbing our toe on it. We're like, oh. So that would be the one drawback to this rug is you cannot see clutter, so you end up hitting your toe a lot. But I still love this rug. It's kind of psychedelic and fun. So, okay, that's the home office. Here's our bedroom. This is the last bedroom in the house. You saw the guest bedroom in the home office already. So this is where Trey and I sleep. I recently kind of rearranged it so it feels a little bit bigger, and I just kind of pared it down. I've been going through like a simplify your life phase for like the last 3 months, and it's been really good. So a couple fun things in this room. Recently we added this picture to the front of these drawers, and I love it. I'm still kind of thinking about painting these white parts black. Just, I don't know why, because I like it white. I think I just have like a constant need to like change little things. I don't know, but I'm kind of thinking about it. But at any rate, I really like it. Trey really liked how it turned out. This is where he stores most of his clothes, so I'm glad he liked it. Some other fun stuff is up here we have our marriage certificate, and I like that we have it displayed somewhere in our house. I've been thinking about doing some kind of project with it. Not the actual, I'd probably like take a picture of it and use that or something, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but I have it on my mind, so I'm gonna do something. Another fun thing is this artwork that's kind of behind here, and it is all photo strips of our photo booth from our wedding. And we used the Party app to make that, as well as our Canon printer. And I really like how it turned out. Right now it's kind of hidden, but it's also really busy, so I feel like that kind of works. What else? I have this vintage lamp that was from the old Red Velvet store. And over here I keep, this is my side of the bed. So over here I keep my lap desk. Trey has his on his side. And some magazine storage. If we go over here, you can see these fun hanging lamps. They're both vintage. I've had them for quite a while, and I like them a lot. Although I don't really use them, they're kind of more just decor, but I like how they look. And also these little necklace hangers. This one was actually made and gifted to me from Kinsey, who does Sincerely Kinsey. She used to work for us at the Red Velvet store, and that's how I got to know her, and she gave it to me for Christmas one year. And then I made this one. It's just knobs that you add to a piece of wood, and this piece is kind of weathered, and that's how I hang all my necklaces so that I don't forget that I have them and remember to wear them sometimes. Another fun thing is this little guy. He's our wood transfer. And yeah, other than that, it's just kind of a plain bedroom. So if there's anything you saw throughout this tour that you're curious about or you want to know more, you can either check out our book, Happy Handmade Home, or you can check out the room tours that are on our site at beautifulmess.com. Thanks for letting me share my house with you guys.